Tony's always making cat friends wherever we go.
I'm the cat whisperer. Just got done making lunch. This is a rice porridge, or some of you may know it as congee. In Lao, it's called khao piek. What's included in this here is obviously rice, but the stock that we used to cook it was like veggie stock. It was like mushroom base. The like soup cubes that I had simmering for a couple of hours, along with one whole onion, one bulb of garlic, dried shiitake mushrooms that I soaked in water first and then cut up and then tossed in there, about 1.5 pieces of ginger. So I let that simmer for about 2 to 3 hours, and then I drained all of the chunks. And then after I drained it, I put the rice in and then let that simmer a little bit longer until the rice was cooked and simmered down to a nice consistency. And then once I served it, there is some like leftover fish from our dinner last night that is sort of minced up, and then fried shallots and some cilantro and black pepper. Laura's gonna add some chili.
Oh, that's too much. Okay, that's enough. There
Whoa.
It's a lot, huh? Cheese. So good. Thanks, babe.
You did it again.
I like the... So when Tony makes it, he kind of leaves the rice more intact as opposed to like letting it boil down to kind of like where it totally disintegrates. But I like it like this, where you still have like the rice pretty much still intact. We got this soda yesterday at Lotte. It's a mango soda and it's so good. When I have something really salty, I like to have like a sweet drink to complement it, but it's a little too sweet, so I add water to it to just balance it out. Yeah, I recommend this soda. If you come across it, it's so delicious.
Laura's watching her show. What show are you watching, babe? This is the show has taken over her life this entire week, guys.
It's called Meteor Garden. It's a remake of an old drama, an old Taiwanese drama, I think. It's been remade a couple of times. I am so hooked on it. It's because there's 49 episodes. Like, I can't stop.
I can't get her to do anything else.
I think this is the longest show I've ever watched.
Just Laura's giving me teaching lessons. I mean, singing lessons.
Do mi so mi do.
Do mi so mi do.
You're a tenor for sure.
What's a tenor?
A tenor is of the guy group. There's like bass and there's tenor. So you're more in the higher.
Why can't I be both?
Because bass usually sing more like. Okay, that's too low. Like,
yeah.
Like very deep.
My voice is deep. Not that deep.
Now you're singing. No, not that deep.
Roar.
Yeah.
Roar.
Let's see. I'm gonna show you a.
If you didn't know this already, Lora studied music in school. She is classically. Classically trained. So she has the technical expertise to teach you how to sing, and she's teaching me how to sing. Except I'm still bad. I'm real bad. I think the glasses behind me just broke.
Somebody said you gotta smile every day you wake up. I told my girl she beautiful, man, fuck the makeup. I think we get a little sharper every time that we cut. I told them this my time, now that y'all know what's up. Grinding in silence, I manifested my blessings. I told my mama I love her, make sure my father respect it. Third eye open, that's where the grandmama's lesson. The sky going open and I'ma fly.
Right now we're at Revolution of Mushroom. It's a vegetarian restaurant here in Da Nang. We just got our train tickets because we're actually going to Hue on Saturday.
Hey.
And since we were in the downtown area, we've been wanting to come here, so we figured, you know, we have some time, might as well just come and try to eat some of this food here. And it looks really good. I'm really surprised with this coconut rice. At first I thought we were getting a complimentary coconut to drink, and then I opened it and it was the coconut rice, which is pretty impressive.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it
smells
does.
really good too.
This is lemongrass tofu. And did I order a coconut to drink? Nope. I got coconut rice. Nice. And Tony got some noodles with some mushroom spring rolls.
So that's the coconut rice. It has some carrots. Looks like green onion or green bean, like sliced up, and then you can see tiny flakes of coconut in there, as well as some. This is like some pulled wheat gluten or some form of mock meat.
Tony's always making cat friends wherever we go.
I'm the cat whisperer. Good job. Good selection. Laura's been talking about coming to this place since we first got to Da Nang.
Before we got to Da Nang.
Really? Oh, you're looking at places to eat already. Wow.
Yeah, I told Tony.
Laura thinks ahead.
I told Tony that it's easier to just go to vegetarian restaurants because we don't have to explain ourselves. You know, which could be kind of awkward sometimes.
Yeah, especially when there can be language barriers. So it just makes it easier to not have to navigate that barrier.
Yeah, because we don't eat pork, beef, or chicken. So, and a lot of restaurants have beef or have those meats. And so it'd be kind of weird to just go somewhere and have them take out like the main part of the dish. So that's why I tell them it's easier to just come to a place like this, or if you're on Google Maps and if you're in Vietnam, you could look up, how do you say it? Look.
Wan chai.
Wan chai. Wan chai. If you Google Wan chai, we'll put it right here.
Yeah.
On Google Maps, if you're in Vietnam, those are vegetarian restaurants.
Yeah.
Even if it says on the menu like beef pho, it's
like mock beef.
Mock beef.
Yeah.
So if you put that, you can find a lot of restaurants. And surprisingly, there are a lot of vegetarian restaurants.
Yeah, a lot.
Because,
and cheap.
Because a lot of Vietnamese are Buddhists, and based on like the time of the month, based on like the moon or like, I don't know, whenever.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, no, for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That some people choose to have meat less days on certain days in the month.
Yeah.
So, so if you also are vegetarian or are looking to not have meats, look up that word on Google Maps to try to see what's around.
Yeah. But I give this place I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It's small, it's cute, it's cozy.
There's a cat.
There's a cat. The cat has become our friend. It's hanging out with us now. It's so cute. His name is Bing or
Bean.
Bean.
Bean
yeah.
or Bean.
Yeah, one of those. The menu is fairly extensive. You get a lot of items to choose from.
There's even Korean style.
Yeah, it's sort of a fusion. Saw a Cambodian dish on there, and then there's coconut rice, which we really enjoyed when we were in Kuala Lumpur. Nasi lemak was probably one of my top dishes to have there. Prices are a little higher than other restaurants or more local restaurants. You're paying at least 2 to 3 times more than what you can eat locally, but we really wanted to try it and aren't disappointed at all. So do check out Ram if you are in Da Nang.
Yeah, and it's still cheap by Western standards, but there are places where they're like under $1 to eat.
Yeah, serious.
And here, it's even though it's under $2 to eat, it's still $2 to $3. When you know that you can go somewhere for like more than half the price, then you sort of your perspective changes as far as
a lot. For sure.
Like what your buying power is, your perspective changes a lot.
Yeah.
And like I wanted to get a coconut coffee here, but
it's 45,000 dong, which is
under $2.
like $2.
No, it's under $2.
Just under $2. But there are places that have it for like 30.
30.
So you know you can save 15,000 dong, which is like 60 cents or so, and that's a meal.
Or a beer.
Yeah, so you can have coffee and a meal.
We're trying to hit up a lot of the vegetarian restaurants around here since we only have like a month and a half left.
Yeah.
And time has been going by fast, and we've been
fast and slow.
Fast and slow. Yeah. I mean, it's only the end of February.
We have a week and a half left of February, but we've been taking our time seeing things.
Yeah.
This weekend, like Laura had mentioned, we're going to Hawaii, which is, I think it's about a 2-hour drive typically, but we're taking a train,
it's about 3
and
hours.
this particular train leaves at 6 a.m. and it takes about 3.5 hours. Other train rides, depending on the time we go, can take about 2.5 hours. So I'm not sure why this one's a little longer. Maybe it stops. But we're excited to check that out. And we're going to be doing other day trips between now and the time we leave. But we're just sort of just spreading it out so we don't get too burnt out.
So our intention with Vietnam was to save money. It's not like when we were in Thailand, we wanted to do everything. We wanted to see everything. We wanted to see cafes. We wanted to go sightseeing and travel. But we're coming down from like a traveling stint because we went to Koh Lanta, Phuket, went to Bali, and we've just been like moving around a lot. So coming here, our intention was to save money, eat at home, eat healthier. So we're not going to like eat everywhere or everything, but is the cat attacking you?
He jumped at me.
Yeah, he's young, so he has a bit more spunk to him. Anyways, we are actually only going to explore central Vietnam because that's where we are. We are not going to visit Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi. I know a lot of people would probably say, why aren't you going there? You're already in Vietnam. Well, we're trying to save money, and even though it's cheap to go to these places, we really want to be a bit more responsible with just how we're spending, especially after Vietnam.
Yeah.
From the end of March until early June, we are going to be hopping from country to country, like with shorter time in between those places.
Like
1 to 2 weeks or a month.
With the exception of Bali.
Yeah. So that's why we're trying to just sort of lay low and not overexert ourselves with spending. And so that's why we're trying to eat at home. We're trying to eat at more local places and just trying not to like spend too much.